What is going on, YouTube? Do you want to understand why this Kaioken Goku that is so hot right now is doing next to no damage to my normal blue Fistku here? Well, we're going to look at it today. Stay tuned. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so as usual, the information for the giveaway is on your screen. Make sure that you're liking the video, that you're subscribed. You must be a subscriber to enter the giveaway, and that you're dropping in the comments the answers to the two questions I'll be asking you throughout the video. Make sure that you're going back to the old videos. We are almost at the end of this giveaway for the month of December into January. Make sure that you're getting all of your answers in for the questions throughout all of the videos to increase your chances to win. Now, that being said, let's get into today's video. Now, moving into this fight right here, I just want to kind of point out what is going on here, because the whole idea to drop this team video originally was because I genuinely think this is the best team in the game, and I'm going to explain to you why that is. But I decided to kind of skip waiting for Gogeta to be released to make this video, just because there's this trend going on now of people saying that Super Saiyan God Goku, Green Vegeta, and Kaioken Goku is the best team. I don't think so, boys. I understand that this actually originated from something that Rhymestyle posted before the new year here. This was, I think, like last week or something like that. Kind of building off the hype. And I won't lie, I was hyped about the Kaioken Goku 2 when I was playing him. He's actually a lot of fun. Does a ton of damage, yes, but you have to understand that everyone was under-leveled. Everyone was trying things. And as you saw at the beginning of this video, if you're using a real team, and in this case what I believe to be the best team, you can mitigate all kinds of damage, and even Kaioken Goku is doing not a whole lot to you. So now, as you saw from this little clip here, basically the guy in question basically is going to be running into all kinds of a bad time. He's taking a ton of damage. Now, why is that? Well, the first thing we need to look at is how to build a team. Okay, now this team here, I just want to start by saying that there is over 2,000 Z ability buff here. It's a lot. Obviously, the 3 item slots are helping, but even without that, we're talking obnoxious numbers in terms of buffs. So let me go through the list here, and then I'll kind of explain how all this works together. So your red Broly is giving you 26% strike attack. Your purple Broly is giving you 26% strike and blast attack. Now, disclaimer, for this team, okay, well, the way I see it being the #1 team is for whales, okay, and maybe you've just been lucky and you've gotten a lot of these to 5 stars, but if we're talking, 5 stars, everything unlocked, because a lot of these abilities, they do have kind of, you hit 5 stars and you get, for example, the added bonus of it being a movie tag. So I think Pycon is one of those units. If you have, for example, purple Broly at 5 stars, you get the double buffs, right? So he's giving both strike and blast attack. So a little disclaimer there, but that being said, we're gonna continue along here, and I will be making a follow video to what I believe the kind of less whaley best team is, but that'll be for a future video. So the next thing is blue Fistku here, 24% strength defense. I mean strike defense. Sorry. Pycon is giving us 25% strike defense as well. The green Cooler is giving us 25% blast attack and defense. And now these are the kind of interchangeable units depending, because I know that EX Cooler, not a whole lot of people kind of intentionally rolled for him, so if you don't have him at 5 stars, you can definitely use the blue Broly. I'm sure a lot of people have more stars on him than the EX Cooler at this point, but it is something to note that blue EX Cooler at 5 stars gives 25% to both strike attack and defense, while blue Broly only gives 22% to blast defense, both of them at 5 stars. So overall, we're looking at something like at least 50 plus percent to most of your stats, except for, I believe, blast defense in this case. Blast defense is at 25%. The only one giving it is the green Cooler, but your strike defense is actually being buffed by a blue Goku, the Pycon, and the EX Cooler. So we're looking at 75% strike defense. If you're using the blue Broly, then you get the blast defense from the green Cooler and the blue Broly. And as far as your strike attack is concerned, you get 26% from red Broly, you get 26% from purple Broly, and then you get your 25% from EX Cooler. So hitting up 75%, probably a little bit more at that point actually, than 75% your strike attack. So that's why our blue Goku was hitting so hard in that clip while taking so little damage, because of all the defenses that you're gaining. Like I said, the stats have increased, the level cap has increased, and I said this a while ago. Percentages are going to matter a whole lot more as these numbers continue to inflate, right? Because it's a constant, right? If you have 10% of 100, yeah, it's only 10. If you've got 100,000, well, all of a sudden you're getting quite a bit more stats for that same percentage, right? So this is going to kind of be an issue that I think they're going to have to address as we continue to level up. But this is kind of the epitome of that being manifested on this team, because this is a fully coherent team. The full color wheel, usually you would have to run a mono team to get these kinds of numbers. And now again, like I said, this has a 5-star minimum on all of these units here. But I believe I have 6 stars on the blue Goku actually. But kind of keep in mind that all of this will work together beyond just as the abilities, and we're going to get into that right now. Now, where is all of this defense coming from? Why was the Kaioken Goku so inefficient? Is it just as the abilities? Well, no. If you're looking at the blue Fist Coup, at the amount of stars I have him now, he's got over 60,000 defenses, okay? Now, add on the ridiculous amount of strike defense that we're getting from Z abilities, and then add on the fact that I had just switched from a red BROLY, which will give, yes, a damage buff. So remember that all of these numbers are all getting inflated together with the buff that red BROLY is giving, but he also gives a damage cut. So many people sleep on the damage cut portion of what he gives, and when you're in a meta where everything is one-shotting you, you know, you want to look for that defensive feel, right? And that's why I think a lot of people are gravitating towards Vegeta. The green Vegeta, I'm going to take a second and just clear up here why I'm completely unimpressed by that unit. Everyone keeps calling me out about it, and I'm going to explain exactly why. Yes, he can sponge up Rising Rush. Now, why is green Goku out of the meta when he can do the same thing? Well, it's very simple. If you're playing against someone who knows what he's doing, he's going to play around that, number one. Number two, the green Vegeta, his health coming back is not a break. You don't go back to a neutral screen. It doesn't kind of let you just kind of come back to life randomly. If you're dying to getting punched in the face, he actually doesn't have that kind of stop animation that goes on when he gets his health back. He stays in that knockback animation. So if you're BROLY, who has type advantage on him, and let's face it, is BROLY, right? You can continue chaining on cards and just kill him. He'll never even pop his main ability. You will just kill him. Period. So it's not this ridiculous, you know, no counter play. He gets to 1 health, comes back with, you know, 20%, pops his main abilities back to half health. Now, there's counterplay to that, and it's really easy. Literally just press all your cards and you'll kill him. You know, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind, guys. He's not as amazing as everyone's making him out to be. Yes, being able to sponge up Rising Rush is great, but I mean, you're not bringing anything useful given that BROLY exists. So before you're taking that Rising Rush, you're kind of limiting yourself from gaining the advantage and being able to pop Rising Rush yourself, because most of his damage comes from when he's going to be resurrecting, right? Because you're saving your main ability for that. His buffs come in after he resurrects. So you've got really an inefficient unit up until that point. That being said, now the way this team works is you have a bit of everything on it. You have your full color wheel, like I said. You have the buffs that you're getting from red BROLY. So he is kind of like a centerpiece here, because he's going to be buffing all of the units on this list, and they each have a very specific role. So the blue Fist Coup is obviously your tank here because of the high defenses that he brings. Plus he gets buffed, so he actually does good damage as well. On top of that, because BROLY is so popular, when you pop his main ability, he actually does bonus damage to BROLY with his blue card. So that's another thing that kind of comes in very handy if you're chaining it with a green card. Kind of, you know, you're looking for a lot of synergy out of this team, of course. The Pycon, actually, the Pycon, I find I'm getting a lot of use out of, because people are trying to bring Frieza to try to counter the Saiyan meta, and Pycon just kind of throws a wrench in that whole cog wheel here. So the anti-Frieza tag obviously coming in very, very strong with the buff that he gets from red BROLY. absolutely destroys Frieza. It just crushes him. The green cooler, now he does a surprising amount of damage. He gets 80% more to his blue cards for the first 35 seconds of the game, plus the bonus blast damage that he gets from his abilities, plus the red Broly buff. He absolutely tears apart the Kaioken Goku, the Super Saiyan Bardock, the Fist Coup. He just blows right through them. His super card almost one-shotted the blue Bardock, actually, the other day. Now, as far as the last two, these are buffs. You don't want to be using the blue Broly. I did max him out. While he has close to 85,000 strike damage, his defenses are abysmal. We're talking, I think it was below 50,000 or something like that. Same for his blast. Is just you don't want to use him in any situation. Same goes for blue EX Cooler. The extreme version of Cooler is just not at all as good as the sparking version. His stats just did not follow through. I think that they kind of want these units to fall off, period, right? They don't want them being used at level 2000, which is understandable. I mean, they want people using the new sparkings. That's fine. So with that being said, you're just going to leave them on the bench, and you're going to take the sweet buffs, that especially the EX Cooler. The reason why I'm not using Gogeta is because there's so many blue units. You know, Kaioken Goku does get a damage cut built into his kit, so you kind of don't want to have to be dealing with that as Gogeta, even though he does do a lot of damage. It's just not good for red units right now. That's why the Fury Broly is the only one we're bringing, so that he can buff the rest of the team and start attacking. For example, if people brought the Frieza, if they bring other colors, obviously the green units, you can just rip into them. But the reds in general, because of all of the blue units rising, we want to stay away from those and focus mainly on red Broly. My favorites are to run are the blue Fist Coup and the purple Broly, just because purple Broly is pay to win. You literally you don't care if you don't have Vanish, you just go through their blast cards and you get your Vanish back from taking the damage from it. It's completely stupid and broken. But that being said, guys, two questions that I'll ask you for the video today. First question is, have you been trying this team? Second question that I'll ask you is, how was everyone's New Year? Surprise, yeah. It's not a game question. I just genuinely want to know how my subscribers enjoyed their New Year. So drop that down in the comments, guys. So anyways, that's all I've got for you today, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.